What?
Wait a minute.
No,
We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Welcome to the 330 to go high school football show. I am Mike Vorhies.
Matt Magaw.
Folks, we're back. We apologize. It's week one. We got the jitters. We're working out kinks.
There's a lot going on. Again, first time we did this, I didn't know we were live. Second time we do this, no one tells me.
No one could hear that
so
no one could hear
watch
us.
The beginning, you can see how stupid I look trying to get on here. But season three, it's upon us. Summer. What have you been doing, Mike? Last time we saw each other, we were at a state championship game.
Yes, Massillon and Hoban.
We talk weekly, but you and I, camera at work, doing everything, getting the opportunity to talk about high school sports. We were at the state championship game. What have you been doing personally? Let's talk about what's been going on in high school since we've.
All right, so we dabbled in you and I both kind of dabbled in some sports talk stuff for 330 to go. That was fun.
That was
my work schedule kind of torpedoed that, but at least I have Fridays to be here with you for high school football. So we'll take that. Let's see what else we've been doing. The Guardians are doing really well.
Okay.
I host the MLB Guardcast. Let's see.
Olympics were good.
Olympics were really good. I enjoyed the men's gold medal basketball and all of the. I mean, there were sports I've never even heard of. I was watching badminton and getting excited.
Breakdancing's a thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
There it is. Crickets.
They're done talking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's move on to high school football, folks. Lots happened. There were some games last night. The ticker is scrolling across the bottom. We'll touch on those scores here in a minute. We have division realignment, Matt, to talk about. Anything that caught your eye?
Division 2, Region 5, Region 7. Big change-ups in there. Green moves away from Massillon, and they were probably very excited. It's a gauntlet. I mean, that Division 2, period.
Division 2 is incredible.
We put a poll out. Everyone ranked it as the best division.
Yeah.
Not taken away from any other team in any divisions between 1 and 7 now, right?
Right.
Because it was 5. So with all that going on, Green moves out of that. They now go over to the same region as teams with Hoban, Walsh, those kind of things.
Their path doesn't get any easier, folks.
Is that like that whole thing? Like there's a public school, and then they're going to go through this gauntlet of having to take on some of the premier private schools.
Yeah.
So what does the private schools go out and do? There's this other breaking news.
We're trying to still name it. We're going to go with the new Catholic Athletic Conference.
Okay.
We can call it the Parochial School Division something. But it is St. Vincent, St. Mary, Cleveland, Villa Angela, St. Joseph, Columbus, Bishop Hartley, Bishop Watterson, St. Francis de Sales, Walsh Jesuit, Cardinal Mooney, and Youngstown Ursuline. 2 of those teams battled each other last night. That's where you were.
I was there, man. We went down to Stanball Stadium. What an atmosphere. I'm going to sound like you might as well
You sound like a homer right now.
I am 100%.
Oh, dear.
But you're also, it's going to put on Glory Days. Put on Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen.
Boom.
I remember playing in this exact same stadium when I was in high school. So it was crazy to be down there. Got the opportunity to get down on the sidelines before the game. Saw both teams coming in. Kids are different. Kids are built way different. I felt so small compared to some. I'm going to call them a child because they're
kids to us,
of age,
right?
But wow, it looks like grown men out there. And it was a night. It was high scoring, 37-35 final.
Walsh gets their first ever win over Youngstown Ursuline.
Yeah, it was huge. And Walsh came right out to start the game, went down, scored. Ursuline responded back. Everyone thought that's what it was going to be. Kind of turned into a little bit of a defensive battle, some miscues. Walsh pretty much controlled the ground game the entire time. So that was the deciding factor. Special teams is where Ursuline really took advantage of. They had, I think, 3 returns on kickoffs for 40-plus yards, which was absolutely, game-changing at some points. But Walsh continued to stay with the ground and pound game, was able to squeak it out. They were up a good amount with a minute left. They kick it off. Ursuline within 2 plays is down within the 10 and scores, and we have an onside to end the game. And obviously Walsh ends up getting the onside. But special teams early in the season, week 1, you see those little glitches in the armor. And as they're going to start, it's going to look a lot different by week 6.
Of course.
But I was there. Where were you?
I was at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio, hanging out with Q92 and the legend Bernie Kosar.
Wow.
It was an amazing night for football. McKinley takes the win 26-19. You talk about special teams. We had 4 missed extra points.
Ooh.
It was tough. Each team had 2.
Cade York kicking?
No, he's a Washington Commander now.
Right.
So good luck to him. McKinley came out. Cam Montgomery, transfer from Texas, looked to be the real deal. 1 pass for 31 yards and a touchdown.
Ooh.
Looked really good. Nino Hill is, I think he's added so much muscle. He looked incredible compared to last year. Just big, muscular, like I would be afraid to tackle him. He looks like a bowling
scared.
ball.
Just move out of the way.
But Warren Harding, they have a quarterback of their own, 6'5", 230 pounds, Chaz Coleman, and he was electric. He could run, he could throw, he had the Madden spin move down to a science. Like, it was incredible. It was a great game. McKinley did everything they could to give that game away, and their defense stood tall when it needed to, and they get out of there with a win. I got to talk with Coach Hall after the game, and it was, what can I say that's appropriate? Because obviously you're happy that you win, but there's so much to work on.
Yeah.
And
early in the year,
they'll get better. Like you said, by week 6, we're not even
cramping
talking about
was a big
week
thing.
1.
Cramping.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of kids cramping. Gotta get off those primes.
Hey guys,
stop eating Skittles,
bananas,
stop eating Starbucks, quit sucking down 12 packs of Prime during the week. Okay. Like, I mean,
we don't have a sponsorship to Prime.
No, don't. And I'm just saying, like,
I know.
It's
listen, it's bananas,
carbonated,
orange
beverages.
Slices, Gatorade. That needs to be your meal.
Take health tips from
us,
me. Yeah.
right? Exactly.
Like,
last night, yes, it was a lot of cramping and things, but it'll get the weather
and football.
Whoa, that's a new one.
Crab
Cakes and football. Let's do it. Jameis Winston is loving it somewhere.
Ooh.
Should we eat the W right now? We'll eat the W.
Oh no! Get away! No, I'm just messing.
Anyway, 3 other games were last night. We had Fairless in an epic win over Sandy Valley. Fairless was up 21-14. Sandy Valley had the ball first and goal from the Fairless 7, not able to score.
7 yards.
7 yards, couldn't get it done, unfortunately. So Sandy Valley takes the loss, Fairless with the win. Canton Central Catholic went to Massillon Perry, and Perry put it on them 35-0. Look out for Perry. They've got some dogs down there. And then the big game that everybody's talking about, but it doesn't count. The Massillon Tigers traveled to Beaverton, Oregon to take on the NFL Academy UK.
Why doesn't it count?
So they traveled. Anytime you play a team that's outside of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, you do not accrue points.
Gotcha.
So the win-loss does not, it's going to say 0-0 when they go into week 2. Okay. But Massillon able to get the W, 35-20.
Do you know where they're collectively grabbing all of these
NFL
academy? Think about that. We're in high school, and there's 3 letters. I don't associate those two. I think there's there's one with 4 letters in between. It's called the NCAA. How did we get from the NFL back down to the high school?
So I think what it is these are kids that really have a shot at proving themselves at the next level. So they're able to be on this team and continue to develop their skills and kind of hone their craft.
Essentially.
These are select kids. Okay. They went out and found them. And Massillon was better than them last night.
Yeah, that's scary.
Massillon and McKinley week 10, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves.
Tiger pride. Let us enjoy talking about some other people.
Yes.
Okay? There's be plenty.
Hey,
of
they are state champions.
They are.
So shout out to Nate Moore and the Massillon Tigers. Kudos to you, gentlemen. You guys earned it, and I'm interested to see, can you defend? That's going to be the cool thing?
I think that they're definitely gearing up for the ability to.
You can do it, as you just heard. Anyway, we got a game of the week to talk about. We have the Canfield Cardinals traveling to Beloit to take on the West Branch Warriors. If you missed it, I don't know where you've been. Have you not joined the 330 to go high school football page?
I've joined the page, but I don't think I've joined in all the fun because
group. Oh, it's a group. It's not a page.
It's a group.
It's a group.
Sorry, it's
don't call it a page. Whoa. It is a group.
The voice that's deep the voice from above. That was
Jesus. God, is that you?
Yes.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Yeah.
My goodness, that's scary. Anyway,
creepy.
I got a chance to interview both coaches. Now, what we're gonna see this year.
I'm giving you a ton of credit. Like,
thank you, brother. I appreciate
get involved in this.
But I've heard that you're taking on 2 interviews this week to kind of help me out.
Yeah,
so we're gonna balance it out.
I guess
folks.
I just found that out on air.
No, you kind of already knew. Stop it. You're a part of the email chain.
I just didn't work out with schedules.
No, scheduling guy, and this is the thing. We really want to talk to these coaches, and we both have full-time day jobs, and sometimes Matt spends a lot of time on the golf course. We know, but he's also an amazing realtor. I will give you that.
Thanks,
so
bud.
I'm in the sales world, so my schedule is very non-flexible at times.
Yeah.
So with Coach Ignacio and Coach Cooper,
you were able to.
I got it this time.
Ignacio.
Oh, I failed it again. God,
Did it again?
I'm so sorry.
That's like a 3 spot.
Ignacio.
That's a 3 spot.
Ignacio.
Go
I
back,
don't know why.
Watch the video.
Guys, I'm the one that usually gets the names right, and I bombed it.
What you're going to see out of me this year is I am not going to take on.
You're not going to say names that you can't pronounce?
If I can't, why?
We were doing that last night in the booth for the McKinley Harding game. There were names. I'm like,
nope. You might want to practice some more there, bud.
I'm gonna
do it live.
I'm gonna hit the books after we're done today.
Shoot or shoot. Keep going, man.
I'll stand on the sideline. Anyway, had a chance to talk with both coaches. They were incredible. It's just these guys are ready to go. Canfield has actually beaten West Branch the last 2 years.
Yes.
Not in the playoffs, but week 1 of the season. Canfield won last year. They won the year before. So, hey, West Branch, they were 11-2 last year, 5-0 in the EBC. They're 2-time champions. They made a Division 4 Region 13 playoff run. They came up a little short, but the Warriors locked and loaded, ready to go. They have a tough non-conference schedule with Canfield, Woodridge, Girard, Warren Howland, and Youngstown Cheney. 4 of the 5 teams that I just mentioned were in the playoffs last year. They returned 20 starters, including Boston Molinax, the talented running back, who had 1,186 rushing yards last year, 21 touchdowns. Wide receiver stud Joey Jackson had 1,024 receiving yards, and Anthony Perry, who had 769 receiving yards. Jeremiah Thomas moves from wide receiver to quarterback. He will lead the team after Bo Alazos graduated. Coach Cooper's going to have these guys ready to go. But Canfield, guys, brand new head coach.
Yes.
This is year 1 after Coach Mike Pavlansky stepped down after 23 years. We had Coach Pavlansky on last year. Had a chance to talk to him before the Canfield and drawing an absolute blank.
Then you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. I had it, and then I went to speak it, and then it went away.
I'm joking.
Poland Seminary.
Bingo. There you
and
go.
Canfield. See, just give me a second.
I didn't know. I wasn't
give
even
going
to jump into that.
So, yes, the Cardinals will have a new quarterback under center, Tyler Scherer, and Enzo Coca will split reps at QB.
Ooh, little split QB.
Well,
time.
because Scherer is an amazing defensive back.
Okay.
But Coca has some skills, too, that obviously Coach wants to use.
A lot of players going both ways.
Yeah. Canfield returns 18 letter winners, including 9 starters. AJ Hecko, DJ Erickson, and Angelo De Lucia will return. Ashton Albrecht or Sean Boyling will be the team starting tailback. Maybe you'll see a bit of both. Who knows? They finished 7-4 last year, but they did open the season with a win over West Branch. These 2 teams are ready to go. Tonight will be fun. Are there any other games that you've got your eye on tonight, Matt?
We set the pick 'ems.
So, well, we did, but before we go to the pick,
before
I was just asking if there was one that stood out.
I'm gonna go down and check out Green Dover.
Green and Dover, the Dover Crimson Tornadoes, which I'm sorry, the Tornadoes.
That's what they are.
That's what they are. That's
Huh.
probably one of the coolest nicknames in all of sports. I love that because it's unique. Everybody's a bulldog, a panther, a tiger. Like, come on. Tornado? That's kind of scary. I like
warrior. Everyone's a warrior.
it. And there's a lot of warriors. You have the blue streaks.
Some
I mean,
royals?
there's some cool ones. Yeah. Walsh Jesuits, the Warriors. But yes,
I was the Royals.
Yes, the CVCA. We got that.
I
Yeah.
love it. Come on.
So yeah, there's some games. We'll get into where I'll be tonight, as well as the Pick 'em games. But do you want to hear us shout out your favorite player?
Yes.
Do you? Guys, it's
Why wouldn't
really, really easy. We shared it this morning on the page, on the group, the 330 to go high school football show. It's there. It's an easy document. You click on it. You fill out some minor details. You include a photo. It comes to us, and we get to shout them out every week on the show.
I'll go as far as even as this. I was talking with a few people, and their sons are in their senior year, and they're excited. And what parent doesn't want to be able to like publicize, hey, my kid is the greatest? Because you should. You've been through trials, tribulations, practices here, there, running around, dinners late, just so your son can have an opportunity as senior. And you want to give them a shout out. Yeah. Some of those parents, though, are, really there's this humbleness of they know it's this team effort. It's this senior class. Even if you want, guys, we don't care. Give us multiple. Tell us about the team. Hey, they've been playing since youth level of second grade all the way.
Yes, do it.
This is their time to shine.
Right.
If you're not doing it, I'm sorry.
You're missing out.
I'm going to look you right in your eyes and say you're missing out and you're silly and you're naive.
It's
something great and it brings highlight, and that's all.
To use a famous cliche, you're dropping the ball. Literally and figuratively. Yeah. We want to talk about the awesome athletes that reside right here in the 330 and Northeast Ohio. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously our boundaries kind of supersede the 330 sometimes.
It's starting to expand out.
We're
going to talk about, obviously, the performances that we see that either in person or statistically we're not going to know about all these athletes unless you help us out.
Got to help us out. So
that's really what it is if you want. But hey, again, everyone has a choice.
Everybody has a choice. So get them in. And speaking of,
gotta represent
our Facebook group page, the 330 to go high school football show.
It's a group.
Facebook group. Guys, join. Like, so many of you have messaged us and they're excited we're back.
Yes.
We're thankful for all of you. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell whomever. Yeah. Join, because that's where all the action will be this year, is on that page. We throw up polls. We have the Pick Ems. We've got the games of the week. We've got the spotlight athlete. We do all of these things. We do it for
lives. You and I, wherever we're at. I'll probably try to do another one again tonight. Where I'm
You did challenge me, and I appreciate that.
You did. You were hanging out with Bernie.
I thought, the fact that
that's
knew
all right.
me
and
you and Vinny were hanging out.
No, man, I was hanging out with Johnny. Me and Johnny.
No.
Anybody who knows me knows how much me and Johnny Manziel.
You do have a poster of him in your room.
Oh no, not as a person. Well, I'm sure he's a great guy. As my quarterback, you remember the guy had 0 time on an iPad. So right there, I'm not digging you as my quarterback.
Well, it was fun to get out to obviously anytime you're down by the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
The stars come out, and we had Fred Bolitnikoff there as well last night, donning his gold jacket. He did the coin toss. Like, it was really cool. The atmosphere, the weather was amazing last night. Tonight, it will be the same thing. Get out, go support your local high school. Go check some games out. And speaking of games,
we will put up that score. So be able to post in there as well. We'll share those.
Tell us where you're at.
What's going on? Live
post
updates.
Photos.
It's great to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Photos, videos, whatever, like you said. But you were about to get into you're excited.
I am, because I am a competitive person, and I lost last year.
Took the L.
I lost the platter. It is now in Matt's possession.
That's
Has it been retired?
It's never existed. I don't even like the name.
Wow.
The platter is.
Wow. Well, all right. I took season 1. I took seasons 1 championship. Matt took season 2. So guess what? We're back.
The fans are taking season 3.
Yes, Bernie did remember me from the interview that I did with 330 to go. We did it at a sports memorabilia shop in Streetsboro. That's about all the information I remember.
Yeah.
But he actually knew who I was. He was having a conversation, and I was standing there getting pictures and doing
"What's up, Mike?"
pregame. And he goes, "Hey, Mike, how are you?"
Really?
And it kind of threw me for a loop because I was like, "Wow." Then I realized I had my credentials. So that's maybe how but he remembered who I was. He may not have remembered my name, but he said my name, and I was very excited. I turned into the 12-year-old version of me when I saw one of my childhood heroes standing there, and he looked great. Was just an awesome conversation. He was awesome. So yeah, being able to hang out with Bernie. I don't know where he'll be tonight, but if you're around, Bernie, come say hi.
Me and him might grab Chipotle.
You guys might go golfing. Who knows? Pick Ems are back. So for those that are new, Pick Ems. Each week, Matt and I pick 5 games. There's the game of the week plus 4 games that we have chosen based on the schedule. Each week, we'll throw a poll up. You, the fans, vote. We want to know where you stand. If you guys think you're better than Matt and I, which you probably are, here's how you vote. You go on to the group,
click it.
You click the team that you want to win. On Fridays when we do the show live, you will see we'll tell you who has the upper hand and who the fans voted for. Matt and I will make our choices as well. Let's see what you got, folks. It is week 1 of Pick Ems. We're back. Matt, lead us off.
Crestwood is at Rootstown.
Oh man. Do you remember? Do you know anything about any of these teams? That's what I want to see where you're at here.
If you remember, I think last year I started off 1-4. Like
you came out of the gate, you stumbled quite a bit.
So no,
okay,
because I think there's so much changeover, and like we've already talked about. You have transfers. You don't know who went where.
Transfers. We didn't even talk about that at the beginning of the show.
We probably should. It's like the bad word,
folks. It's just like college football. Obviously, parents' jobs change. Things happen where kids move. And they changed schools, and like McKinley had a bunch of transfers. Warren had a bunch of transfers. Tonight's game for me, I know, has a bunch of transfers because I was doing some show prep for tonight, and transfers are a thing.
You have no clue who's going to come in or out, so it makes it tough. But you can go off the program, the coaches. That's kind of where I'm going with. But I'm siding with the fans.
Okay, well, let's start with the fans. So for
Rootstown,
they took Rootstown.
And I'm jumping with them too.
They're the Rovers, correct?
Sure.
I think they are the Rootstown Rovers.
Yeah,
and
they're Rovers.
I'm going to take the Rovers.
Like a ship.
I will go with the Rovers.
Okay, good.
I think Rootstown has a good team.
Aurora at Twinsburg.
Oh, dear heavens. The fans say
Aurora.
Man, I don't want to have to agree with the fans, but Aurora's always got a very good football team. Let's go the Green Men of Aurora.
We'll stay the course. There's no difference.
Skip this next one.
We're skipping
Skip it for a minute. Yep.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why, but skip it.
Jackson at Mentor.
Ooh, man. Ooh, good game.
Fans took Mentor.
Mentor has a dynamic quarterback by the name of Scotty Fox, who I've had the opportunity to watch a few times.
Coach
Roar. Well, that's Jackson, and I know. And that's what I love Coach Roar.
Ooh.
Coach
went through a brick wall.
I lost the coach's name. You started talking, and I fumbled the ball for Mentor. Matt Gray is his name, and I like Mentor in this one. I do. I just think that they have a lot of talent. Jackson, who's their quarterback?
I thought that the kid was a sophomore.
Eckrement was their quarterback last year, but he got injured. How healthy is he? Okay. I think this game will be close, but I'm going to take the Mentor Cardinal.
I'm going to take Jackson.
Oh, there it is. The first pick 'em difference right there.
Can we go back?
Now let's go back. So I will be here tonight. I will be at Memorial Stadium in North Canton, Ohio for the Buchtel Griffins and the North Canton Hoover Vikings.
We're coming out.
We're coming out hot. 4 games. Yeah. Four teams in 2 days.
I like it.
A little fatigued, but we'll get through it. I like North Canton Hoover in this one, but I believe it is going to be closer than
do that. You can't pick a team and then tell us.
No. I'm because Buchtel has an amazing team.
Okay,
they have a lot of transfers coming in.
1040.
I'm going against the 1040.
Give me the 1040.
That's fine. We have 2. I will take North Canton Hoover. The Vikings, Coach Brian Baum. I think that this game will be good. I am excited to go and watch.
I'm telling you, I grew up watching Bookto. My family coach there. Was an opportunity to be able to see some great. Bookto reloaded this year, in my opinion.
All right,
a lot of kids who came in.
And the fans, here's the weird part. The fans took.
Listen to this. It's split.
Oh, 50-50.
We literally have a 50-50.
That's awesome, folks. I like it.
We got to discuss this in live time.
I think we have to flip a coin.
Do we do that, or do we just say they automatically get the home team?
I think we have to flip a coin. I think that is the fair. Let the coin decide.
As I'm looking around, and we don't have one, so let's create more technical.
Hold on, we're waiting for a second. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Still waiting. It's okay. Somebody's going to get a coin because I think that's the fairest way to do it. While we wait, we'll come back and flip the coin. Let's move on to the game of the week. Okay. It's Canfield and West Branch.
Just flip it.
Oh, there's the flip. We didn't call anything. So heads is Bookdale, tails is Hoover. Flip the coin. Heads Bookdale.
What is the Hoovers? What?
The Vikings.
They don't have heads.
They might. What is a griffin? Is a bird?
It's more of an animal, right?
Okay, we'll just flip the coin.
We'll say the heads is the Vikings.
Oh, here we go. Listen to Matt changing the rules. My goodness. All right.
I took Bookdale.
All right. So what's Bookdale? Tails. Right. Bookdale is tails.
Because Vikings
Hoover is head. All right. Flip the coin. Flip the coin. Tails. Never fails.
Mark it down. 10-40. Both me and the fans riding together. I like it.
We'll talk next week after the Vikings win. That's fine. That's great. You might go 0-2 against me. Right. We could lose all of these. This is why they play the game. Matt, you've got a few honorable mentions. Let's run through those really quick.
And going back to that, we put the Pick Ems up. You guys wrote stuff in. Even when you write them in, we're going to try to talk about it because it's what you guys want to talk about. So we're perfectly fine with that. Here were some of the writings. Norton, Northwest. We'll just randomly, I'll throw.
I like the Panthers, man. Let's go Norton.
Norton is going to be a real problem this year. We're going to talk an awful
real quick. We have a comment that comes in. Mike shouldn't pick if he's calling the game like game day style.
Wow.
I'm getting called out. But here's the thing. I can stay completely Switzerland while I'm calling the game.
You are.
Yeah, and that's what it'll be.
He knows that gray line.
I do. I know the line. I love you, Jay. I appreciate you. Speaking of Jay, he will be at that game. Green and Dover.
Don't even say it. He's not allowed to even listen.
But he won't. He's not picking. He's not going to pick. I know Jay.
Write it in right now.
Jay, you can tell us who you're going to go with, but Green and Dover is where Jay will be. He's back with Q92 Sports.
Nice.
So shout out to Jay. Good luck tonight.
Nice.
Let's see. We got Manchester and Coventry.
I'll take Manchester.
Give me Coventry. Give me the Comets. Okay. Why not?
Barberton, Wadsworth.
Wadsworth.
I'll take Wadsworth as well. Green, Dover.
Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog, baby.
I'll stay with Green as well.
Let's go.
Last year we picked against them.
We did, and
caught
they
a bunch of
bashed us.
Wow,
man, they proved us wrong. I love it.
We got ridiculed.
We did.
I'm not even gonna allow them to be a pick 'em. So Nordonia, Bedford.
Nordonia. Give me the Knights.
Yep, Nordonia. And we had Ohio State, Akron.
Somebody wrote that. Guys, it's not high school. That's not high school, but give me the Zips plus 50.
You might need a 70 spot.
Oh, a 70 piece?
Will Howard might.
Ooh, they're saying the Battle of Route 93. Yeah. Would that be Manchester and Coventry? I would think. Or is that Barberton and Wadsworth? I'm a little confused. I've never heard of the route of 93.
I feel like 93
that's Manchester.
Manchester Road.
So it's Manchester Coventry. Right? I like that. I do. Big rivalry.
We should start doing that. We should come up with like a little poll.
Let's do it. I like it.
That. Brainstorming on air.
Week 1, folks. That's what we do. Week 1.
Game of the week. Canfield at West Branch.
Give me the Warriors, baby. Give me that W. I'll take the Warriors.
So the only ones we're really deferring on is the Bookdale North Canton. Me and the fans both went that direction.
Yep.
And then you and the fans went with Mentor. And
I took Jackson. Coach Rohr.
I like Coach Rohr, man. I like
that. He was a phenomenal interview. So most of these coaches are. I'll be honest. I've yet to have a bad coach's interview when we've been doing this.
Yeah.
They're all very receptive. They love that we're talking about their kids, their schools. And they're so happy and grateful for us. They will help us out no matter what.
We're grateful that they do it.
Do we tease next week's game of the week? Get the fans prepared for what is coming?
Next week's game?
Sure.
What
is it, Matt? Let's see if you know off the top of your dome. Oh, Matt doesn't.
Talmadge.
Folks.
Talmadge Ellett?
Yes!
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
An Akron battle it is.
Yes.
Somebody posted the platter on the line. Look at that. We know who that was.
Yeah. Not happy.
They shall remain nameless. Anyway, Manchester. What am I doing? Talmadge and Ellett will be game of the week next week. I cannot wait, folks.
Like
yes.
you said, I'm going to get those interviews and we'll be back at it.
Yeah. Make sure you check out the group.
Yep.
Check the videos. Check everything that we're posting. These coaches' interviews, guys. Share them. Help these schools out. Let's give them the love that they deserve. And the feature athlete, folks. If you haven't done it yet, player spotlight. We want to hear about them. I don't care if you send us 1, 10, 15, 100.
You guys
get them in.
You see this behind
Gavin
us right
Lynch. You guys see this? We talked about him last year. So that's what we want to do.
This is what we're going to do. We throw it up there. We image. Someone puts that together. It's no brainer. It's a no brainer. In the most simplest terms.
Jay commented and said, "I'm not picking the game. I'm calling. I'm not Switzerland."
Let it right.
Yep. Poo on you, Jay. Come on, buddy. Look at that. Look at that photo from last night. Who's the schmuck on the left? Get him out of here.
Bernie does look good.
Dude, he had a pep in his step last night I have not seen in quite some time.
He looks good.
He was very vocal, he was talking to the players on both sides.
That's awesome.
Him standing next to 6'5" Chaz Coleman was something to be seen.
Yeah.
Cam Montgomery.
Like he's 6'5" because you're every bit of.
I'm
6'2".
about 5'10", maybe on a good day. If I'm wearing your heels,
See,
I'm
like,
5'10".
Do that just to make him feel awkward. Go high.
So yeah, that was awesome. He actually is the one that asked for the picture. I did not. I thought that was really cool. Do you want to know what he said to me?
Where's Matt?
Nope, he didn't say where's Matt. He said the 330 deserves a photo.
Wow.
Bernie Kosar, folks.
How do you not?
I love the guy. 19, you matter. Forever a Cleveland Brown. Love Bernie Kosar. So he was awesome. I loved it that I got to picture with him. I will save that one for a minute. I loved when I got to interview him before. I got to wear the Super Bowl ring. My son got to have the Super Bowl ring
when he
his
took
hand.
the knee.
Yeah,
for Dallas.
He got the
Dallas
Super Bowl.
would have never won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Bernie.
No, absolutely not.
If
Dallas
Bernie
sucked
didn't
if it
take
weren't
that
for
knee.
Bernie. Right.
Troy Aikman, your career doesn't happen.
Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin. We'll keep going, but they're
Bernie
the
every
Cowboys.
Step of the way.
How's that working for
Gotta
you, Dallas?
represent.
You're in shambles, baby. Anyway, well, that's a whole nother program.
Yes. And we'll be back here.
Matt, I just want to say thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Excited to be back. This is a lot of fun.
Every week, folks, 9 a.m.
Yes.
We're going to go live 9 a.m. We had some technical difficulties. We have fixed them. 9 o'clock every Friday going forward. We can't wait. It is the 330 to go high school football show, season 3. We'll see you for week 2, folks. Good night. Be safe. And remember, you matter.